Yo, today's video is about how Disney is just getting started, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and dig into that a little bit from a very high level, and then do a couple videos or a series of videos where we dig into each studio's announcements because there was so many. Super excited as a fan. Competitors should be ultra worried. If you wanna see more, come join us on this video. All right, y'all. So Disney brought the smoke, y'all. They came out and were like, look, I don't care what any of you guys are doing. We're newish to the game, but it's a wrap. It's over. Call it. Count to 10. It doesn't matter. Yo, we're super excited here at Nerd Related for what is to come from Disney. But there's just so much information. So we're going to go through just a high level of what they kind of talked about on this investor call, which really felt like a coming out party for Disney in general. It was pretty insane. Lots of excitement from all the studios, Marvel, Disney, the streaming platforms, Disney Plus, Hulu, all kinds of stuff. So let's kind of get started just at the top here. The call really started off with some bragging rights, right? Let's talk about what came from it. So one of the things they really got going on, and I'm sure investors probably got giddy about, is the number of subscribers they have across their direct-to-consumer products. So they have 137 million people registering to Disney products or apps or subscription services. What does that breakdown look like? Well, ESPN Plus, which I currently have, it's actually pretty neat. Maybe we'll do a video on that at some point. They have 11.5 million subscribers for ESPN Plus, which compared to other streaming services really isn't that big. But when it comes to sports subscriptions, I think they're doing pretty well for themselves. Part of that's probably because they bundle it with Hulu and Disney Plus sometimes, as well as the price on it isn't that expensive. A lot of cool content on there. Next up, out of that 137 million comes in Hulu, 38.8 million subscribers for Hulu. Disney has the biggest stake in Hulu if you weren't aware. So they definitely count all that revenue for them. Hulu, 38.8 million subscriber. And then the big kahuna, in its first year, which Bob Iger here basically called it a beta and was like, yo, we were just testing things out, see what happens. In their first year, Disney Plus has 86.8 million subscribers, which is insane. Disney's library, as you guys all know, is enormous, right? This definitely was a beta. When you look at the content on Disney Plus, there's hardly not even a third maybe of what Disney could put on there, all the things that they own. But it's crazy. It's a crazy amount, 86 million subscribers. I'm sure investors are giddy about it. Something that they definitely want the future to be. It's really where it's going. The pandemic has hit everyone in different ways. Movie theaters are starting to close because of it. So a lot of these new things are going to be coming direct to consumer and apps. I mean, you see HBO doing it. Warner Brothers is in a current fight, a verbal fight here with different studios. So they're releasing everything next year on their app. Disney's going to be doing similar things as well. So as we move forward, that's kind of the future. So to show these kind of numbers, especially on year one of Disney Plus, 86 million is a ginormous number. So we are gonna say it's being very successful here for Disney. So it makes sense as to why they're doing what they're doing and pumping out a ton of content to all of their apps. All right, y'all. So lots of news, right? Again, this is high level. We're going to drill into this stuff here as we go, but exciting news to be a Disney subscriber, a Disney fan. They really went into a plan for the next couple of years. So Disney Plus is going to be huge for the Walt Disney Company, as they've basically said, hey, this is what we're doing. We're going to do 10 new Star Wars series over the next couple of years, 10 new Marvel series. Star Wars and Marvel fans, get excited. We're going to dig into what those are here very soon. 15 Disney live action and Disney animation series and shows, as well as Pixar. You can't let Pixar out of that. And then just in general, a lot of premium content for the app. So they're going to start releasing movies simultaneously in the movie theater and on the app, starting with um, Walt Disney Animation Studios' Raya and the Last Dragon. That's going to be available on Disney Plus with premiere access in most of Disney Plus markets at the same time as theatrical release, which is March 5th, 2020. So mark your calendar for a brand new Disney movie. You know, they rarely make terrible animation movies. So be ready for that. The excitement on Disney and Marvel and Star Wars is enormous. The success of The Mandalorian right now, outside of all the other things they got on there, but specifically for Star Wars, season 2 of The Mandalorian is playing right now. One of the 10 shows that they mentioned is The Mandalorian, with season 3 going off, a series of other spin-offs coming. But if you're not watching The Mandalorian, even if you're not a Star Wars fan, the show is amazing. I think it really shows the potential of what this streaming platform can be for Disney, and a lot of people definitely are in. The Baby Yoda craze, I'm sure if you've walked into any store in the world right now, you've seen a Baby Yoda or seen a commercial for Baby Yoda, which is a big marketing ploy. And let's be honest, y'all, Disney is in it for everything. This is just a part of it. Their money comes from merchandising, from toys, shirts, clothing. You know how many people buy things for Baby Yoda right now? It's insane. But all the toys and things that come from it are going to be big for them, for their investors, which is huge. So one thing I want to really spend some time on this video is talking about some of the things that are probably important to some of you, but not necessarily big in general, because they're smaller tweaks. The first thing is Disney did go all out with announcements, but that comes along with the price increase, which honestly I think is understandable. So the price for Disney Plus is going up. That is going to be $7.99 per month now, or $79.99 per year, which isn't that bad compared to other things. I think I'm paying $18 a month right now for Netflix to have HD. So in the grand scheme of things, it's not that bad. They also have bundle Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN Plus is going to be priced at $14 per month, which again isn't bad. You get Hulu, Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, all services that most people are intrigued by. So pretty good deal there. And then they had some new agreements. So they had an agreement with Comcast that's going to bring Disney Plus, ESPN Plus to the Comcast X1 set-top boxes. So if you're a Comcast fan or a customer, I don't know if anyone really truly is a Comcast fan because cable companies are on some other stuff most of the time. But if you are a Comcast customer soon, as in early 2021, you're going to be able to have an app on your set-top boxes. Spring of 2020. So soon you're going to be able to experience Disney Plus and ESPN Plus on your Comcast X1 set-top boxes and Flex platforms in the first quarter of 2021. So that's going to be big for Comcast subscribers to be able to integrate those services and, you know, have a more one-stop shop, which is what honestly we all look forward to. That's why we have smart TVs and everything's on the same thing, or game consoles where we can use it. But big news for Comcast fans or subscribers and Disney Plus fans to get that started. Another thing they talked about, and this is going to be big for our overseas friends, anyone in Europe, Disney had another beta, for lack of a better term. It was called Disney Plus Hotstar. It was in India and Indonesia. It was a service to see basically what this would look like, I would imagine, right? So one thing I'm sure most of you guys are aware is Disney bought a lot of Fox properties. So they have a way bigger content library than what you see on Disney Plus, and a lot of that stuff is mature content. So what they are doing in the international market, select international markets right now, is they are creating an entertainment content brand called Star. What this basically is going to do is going to be the home for all of their mature content. So there'll be Disney things on there as well, but 20th Century Fox Studios, 20th Century Television, a lot of other programming is going to be available. Regions will be added with time, but the one important thing is going to be that it's going to launch in Europe on February 23rd, 2021, fully integrated part of Disney Plus. Now, US fans, that's not going to be available for us. The principal reason of that not being available is because we have Hulu. So you can subscribe to Hulu and see a lot of their content. They're going to keep adding content to Hulu from those properties. But if you are outside of the US, so it's going to launch in Australia, New Zealand, and Canada very soon. New markets beginning in Singapore in February, followed by Eastern Europe, Hong Kong, Japan, South Korea later in 2021. So you're going to be able to have a lot more content within the Disney Plus app with very strict warning, right, of mature content. Disney doesn't play with that stuff. So you'll have some parental controls that you'll be able to see, but you're going to be able to have what they're calling Star on your Disney Plus app. And that's going to be huge for you to enjoy additional content. Sorry, US fans, not something we have access to, but get Hulu. I mean, they have a really good deal, $13.99, Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus. So no reason to kind of go there. All right, guys. So that was an overview of the investor call. The few things that we went into there. The most important stuff, obviously, is price increase. I think it's going to be worth it. $7.99 isn't that big. Star branded content is going to be available in Europe and Asia coming next year. Big news for you guys. Not available in the US. And then ultimately, this is going to be the first video to kick this off. We're going to start our next video in this series talking about the Star Wars announcements and their 10 shows or movies coming through to Disney Plus. Big news, followed by other videos from Marvel, Disney Animation, Disney live action, experiences for Disney television, as well as Fox and Hulu shows coming up. Some big news out of theirs as well. So thanks for stopping by and making sure you hit that like and subscribe button. We're going to dig real deep in here, do multiple series. I'm open to suggestions, anything you guys want to talk about or hear about. Make sure you follow our channels on social media, Nerd Related, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We have nerdrelated.com, which will be helpful if you guys give us some visits there. Check out our videos and different content on our website. And then also make sure you follow our gaming profiles. We stream across different networks. Facebook, you have Lobo Malo NR and Party Panda NR, as well as Skull Crusher stream on Facebook. Also, Malo NR is streaming on Twitch. Make sure you give us a follow there. Thanks for stopping by, and make sure you hit the next video so we can talk about Star Wars. See you in a bit.